feigning east, striking west. Claim to strike the east, but the real target lies in the west, leaving the enemy scrambling to defend, yet always one step behind. Tactically, this is known as an open feint. Let's revisit a magnificent military campaign in the Tang Dynasty. In 583 AD, the northern nomadic power, the Turks split into eastern and western factions. The Western Turks dominated Central Asia, while the Eastern Turks began harassing China's northern borders. By 618, the Tang dynasty had been founded, but the south was yet to be unified. Lacking the strength to confront the Eastern Turks, Tang submitted to them to maintain peace. In 621 AD, Zeli Khan ascended the throne and broke the alliance. He launched frequent raids into northern Tang territory, forcing the Tang army onto the defensive. After Emperor Li Shiming took power, he reformed domestic affairs and strengthened the nation, actively prepare various supplies. The moment for Tang's counteroffensive was drawing near. Meanwhile, the Turks suffered from endless warfare, famine, and internal strife. In 629, the Eastern Turks attacked the Hexi region and besieged Tang border cities. Li Shiming seized this opportunity and launched a campaign to crush them. He appointed Minister of War Li Jing as commander-in-chief, leading 100,000 troops. Li Jing, founding general of the Tang, was a master of strategy, renowned for defeating the Turks and the Tuyu Han. He authored the military methods of Li Wei Gong. He deployed 6 armies strategically. One to the east to block enemy retreat, one to the west to monitor movements. 2 more stood ready for support as needed. One main force advanced into the Turkic heartland to draw enemy attention. One elite force under his own command waited for the perfect moment to strike. Li Jing knew chasing nomadic cavalry head-on would fail. Instead, he aimed to herd the enemy into a trap and crush them in a net. Zeli Khan believed that as long as he kept watch on the Tang main force, his fast-moving cavalry would guarantee an invincible position. In early 638, Li Jing led 3,000 elite cavalry in a surprise night raid on County Xiangcheng, which was just miles from the Turkic royal camp. Caught off guard, Zeli Khan panicked, believing the Tang main force had arrived, and fled north. Li Jing then sowed distrust, persuading Zeli's key general, Kang Sumi, to defect to Tamps. Zeli Khan, alarmed, fled west to the Yin Mountains. Along the way, Tang forces ambushed him repeatedly, inflicting heavy losses. To buy time and rebuild once spring came, Zeli offered to surrender. Emperor Li Shiming, believing him sincere, sent envoys to offer peace and ordered Li Jing to escort them. At the time, Zeli Khan still commanded over 100,000 men. If given time to regroup, he could easily rise again. Li Jing sensed the deception and chose to act first. He reasoned, with Tamps envoys visiting the Turkic court, the enemy would drop their guard. A swift strike immediately after would wipe out the threat for good. Leading a small cavalry force, Li Jing braved snowstorms and advanced north. He ordered General Su Dingfang to take 200 riders as the vanguard and raid the camp under cover of fog. Su Dingfang succeeded brilliantly, storming Zeli Khan's royal tent. Zeli Khan fled in chaos, Li Jing's main army followed close behind, capturing more than 100,000 men and women. Zili Khan was finally captured while fleeing west. The Eastern Turkic Empire was no more. He was granted the title Prince of Submissive Righteousness and spent the rest of his days in Chang'an. Li Jing's strategy, diverting with 3,000 and striking with 200, was a masterpiece of campaigns in Chinese military history. In the workplace, marketplace, battlefield, and arena, the wisdom of the ancients still shines, timeless and enduring. In May 1943, Britain and the United States decided to land in Europe by May the following year, opening a second front. The planning for Operation Overlord began in full swing. To ensure its success, the Allies launched a psychological deception campaign, Operation Fortitude. This operation had only one goal: to convince the Germans that the landing would be at Calais. The Allies created a fictitious 1st U.S. Army Group, based in Dover, with a force structure larger than Montgomery's 21st Army Group. They even appointed the famous General Patton as its commander to enhance credibility. The British coast was filled with inflatable tanks, wooden planes, and fake radio traffic, a web of illusions that blurred the line between truth and fiction. Double Agent Garbo repeatedly fed Berlin with top-secret intelligence. Calais was the main invasion point. Hitler took the bait, stationing 150,000 elite, armored troops in Calais. In contrast, Normandy was defended by only 60,000, mostly second-rate units. Even 2 weeks after the real landing, the Germans still held 15 divisions in Calais, guarding an attack that never came. The Normandy landings became the largest amphibious assault in history, and one of the most brilliant real-world applications of feigning east, striking west. In 2019, Tesla made global headlines with the dramatic unveiling of the Cybertruck. The launch went viral. But while the world fixated on this bold prototype, Tesla quietly scaled up operations in China. The Shanghai Gigafactory began mass-producing the Model 3 at record speed. By early 2020, the China-made Model 3 was rolling off lines. In just 10 months, unprecedented in automotive history. Cybertruck grabbed the spotlight, but Model 3 quietly became China's best-selling EV. Create an expectation in the enemy's mind. Through the use of a feint, manipulate the enemy to focus their resources somewhere before attacking, elsewhere that is poorly defended. Warfare has no constant form, just as water holds no shape. The 36 stratagems epitomize millennia of Chinese wisdom. Thank you for watching. See you in the next episode.